Hello, and welcome to the Faceless Man USA. I am the Faceless Man. Today we are going to talk about, modern day politics. We're going to talk about how America is somewhat dividing itself. It's not necessarily Trump who's doing it. And also that, on that point, that despite what certain media outlets and certain celebrities think, which erroneously think I should specify, Trump supporters are not evil, racist people. So, I was born and raised in Virginia. I lived around many conservatives. That's pretty much everyone there. Voted Republican pretty much my entire childhood through young adult life. Everyone there pretty much vote. Well, I don't want to say everyone, but I'm sure a lot of them voted for Trump. Because, a lot of, that's the thing, a lot of people who are born and raised Republican tend to always vote Republican, unless their candidate is just absolutely horrendous. But it just really irks me that there's this narrative going around, and it is a narrative. That's what all of today's media is about, is doing a narrative rather than actual facts or anything like that. All I gotta say is, people from that area are not these horrible, evil people because they vote Republican or conservative, or even if they voted for Donald Trump. They are actually some of the best people in the world. They are the first people to invite you into their house and put a plate of food in front of you, no matter where you come from or who you are. If you're their guest, they treat you as such, and they treat you well. There's a certain amount of pride in what we used to call Southern hospitality. Now, yes, there is a past to the South that had to do with slavery and all that stuff, but that time has passed. It's no longer the same there. Are there still racist people there? Yes, absolutely. Of course there are. Like I said, I was raised around in a town that had a very large redneck population, and some of those rednecks were quite racist. However, they never committed any race crimes or hate crimes. They just, said some bad things or some stupid, ignorant things, and that was it. Sometimes someone were brave enough, or I'd like to say stupid enough, to say it in front of a black person, and they got their butt whipped. Justifiably. But ultimately, most of those people there, they may talk a big game, but they're nice people just trying to raise their families and, trying to make sure their kids get off on a good start. Do some of them go in a bad way? Yes. I contribute that more to ignorance, such as, the kids who start cussing at freaking age 10 and are drinking and smoking by age 12 and, blaming all their problems on everyone else, and then they drop out of high school and stuff, and they end up working these crappy labor jobs and don't end up making much of themselves, end up becoming alcoholics and just, but that's not just white people that do that, that's every race that does that. Because it's more of it's a class thing, it's a lower class, and I'm not talking about poor class thing. I mean, people who have no class, that kind of thing. But yeah, generally, Trump supporters and Republicans and conservatives, I don't agree with all of their views. I'm a staunch believer in separation of church and state. I think evolution needs to be taught in science classes. Not creationism, because there's no scientific basis behind that. But I don't know, man. These people also believe in hard work, making your own way, and stuff like that. And they don't want to depend on the state for anything. They are hunters. They put food on their table by hunting. They do all this stuff. They're actually really good people. Some of them a little more harsh than others, but that's every group of people out there. And onto a much larger thing, much larger subject, this goes to how America is dividing itself. Now, the media will tell us Trump is dividing America, and then, 6, 7, 8 years ago, The conservative media was telling us Obama was dividing America. I have a whole huge problem with that because it's the American citizens who are deciding to divide themselves. They're deciding to whether everything Obama did was resisted to the highest levels in Congress. He could not get anything passed after the Affordable Care Act. Even like jobs bills, which probably would have been good. I don't know. I didn't read them anymore. You know, if I did read them, I forgot what they said in them. But you know, they would he would do a jobs bill, and of course, no single Republican would vote for it. And I'm seeing the same thing happen since Trump's got elected with the Democrats. Anything he does, they flip out about it, and they're actually flip out worse than the Republicans and Tea Party people did over Obama. They really go everything Trump does. Even if Trump eats the wrong kind of food, it's the world's going to end tomorrow because of Donald Trump. This hurricane's coming because of Donald Trump. I was like, dude, he has no power over stuff like that. Maybe he doesn't believe in global climate change, which consequently I do, but that hurricane was coming whether he was in office or not, because no matter who got elected into office, we were not suddenly changing our carbon output in the last 3 years to such an extent that no more hurricanes would come. It's just stupid shit. Also, you have this whole thing on the left where they absolutely refuse to even have a conversation with anybody who does not think like them, which I find absolutely ridiculous. The left used to be the reasonable ones, at least during the 80s and 90s when I grew up, and the Republicans and the conservative Christians were the authoritarian ones. Now it's completely flipped to the other side. The left are the authoritarian moral busybodies who are trying to ruin everyone's life for not being exactly how they think they should be, and they refuse to have a conversation with the people who disagree with them. They flat out say, you can't have conversations with these people, you can't get through to them. And it's absolutely ridiculous. Trump isn't causing that, you are. The American people are causing the American divide. We need to get back to believing in ourselves, because as long as, and getting along with each other. Because as long as we are fighting each other, we are completely missing the people who are actually trying to destroy America. The people who are actually trying to take over our country and make us all serfs or slaves or whatever you want to, reference it as. So, this is just a short video. Trump supporters are not evil people. They're good people. They're nice people. Yes, there are some idiots among them. Just like there are plenty of idiots among some current Democrat and progressive supporters. No one is, I think it says in the Bible, and by the way, I'm an atheist. It says in the Bible, no one is without sin. So we're all guilty of this stuff. No one's perfect. And what was it? Was it Jesus who said, let he who is without sin cast the first stone? So people, stop casting stones, because you're not without sin, not without flaw. Anyways, short video. If you like the content on this channel, please subscribe, please share the videos. If you want to help support the channel, please click on the Patreon link in the description. And I will talk to you guys next time. I'm the Faceless Man. This is Faceless Man USA, signing off. Have a great day.